Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. I like to post about books and music, mostly Taylor Swift. Today I'm going to be listening to Gracie Abrams for the first time, not just this album for the first time, but her music in general. I am a huge swiftie, and I feel like there's a lot of overlap between her audience and Taylor's audience. She's opening on Taylor's Eras tour in, wow, only a matter of weeks now at this point. I believe she's actually opening at my show in Arlington, April 1st. If I see any of you there, I'm gonna lose my shit. I've never been like approached by anybody who knows me from YouTube, but like if you see me, if you watch my videos, please come up and say hi. That would be like surreal. But yeah, I have very high hopes, high expectations. It turns out she just dropped a new album, Good Riddance, and I've been wanting to make this video for a while where I react to her music for the first time, but I was just gonna do her EPs. This is her first debut actual full-length album, so that's very exciting. And Aaron Dessner is producing on every single track, I believe. Aaron Dessner was the main producer behind Folklore and Evermore, which are my two favorite Taylor Swift albums, so I'm very intrigued to see what this entails. Quick disclaimer, I will be listening to all of these songs through headphones so that my video does not get blocked for copyrights, and I will have timestamps down below if you would like to skip around. She's so pretty. Oh my god, her cheekbones. Kind of reminds me of Phoebe Bridgers. She looks like a ballerina. You're the worst of my crimes. Olivia Rodrigo inspiration. My little strange addiction. It's so pretty. It has like this tambourine that's so Aaron Dessner. Well, that last chorus is so powerful. So an opening song that's kind of about self-sabotage, but also like how that destroys somebody else, because this is a person who was great to her, but she just was terrible. It's very vulnerable to start off your album by being like, I was a shitty person. I really like the music. It just has Aaron Dessner all over it. I was expecting that. He has a very recognizable style. This guitar, you're kidding. It's so pretty. This sounds a lot like the first song. I left you here. This person's hoping she'll come back and stay. What if I won't? How am I supposed to put that gently? And down the road, you will love me until you resent me. The person in the first song was also resenting her. I love Dessner's arrangements. I love this chorus. It's so catchy. Yeah, this chorus was better. The lyrics don't stand out to me like too much. I'm trying so hard to not like compare to Taylor. It just happens in my brain sometimes. She set such a high standard for me. When you're like a huge Taylor Swift fan, I found myself thinking what Taylor was writing when she was 23, which is the age Gracie is. Definitely not bad. She has some like promising lines. I am just loving the production though. That's my selling point. I like the second one the most out of these first three. I do like the title and how it's actually an answering machine. I'm a shameless caller, you're a full machine. It still feels like it kind of needs more of a hook. I don't know. Like the chorus is not that catchy. I feel like I'm gonna forget this melody by the time I get to the end of the album. And I didn't really like the arrangement on this one too much. Like production wise, Aaron Dessner didn't impress me too much with this one. Really interesting intro, very Aaron Dessner. Jesus, the second verse. Holy shit. You look hopeful, like we're supposed to work somehow. All our best years are behind. There's nothing left here. What a brutal way to die. What? I don't really like the super repetitive chorus. I guess the point is like the desperation and helplessness of asking, where do we go now? I'm just not usually a fan of them with like any artist. I like the bridge. Okay, after a bridge that is so loaded, the chorus being repetitive makes sense. Yeah, I like the second half of the song more than the first half. Hell yeah, she's going into the bridge again, and it's like my favorite part again. Really cool harmonies. It's like one of those ranty bridges that Taylor likes to do. It definitely doesn't feel like she's like trying to be Taylor. Like I kind of see like with like Olivia Rodrigo, which is also someone, you know, there's like a few like younger, like, I don't know, they call them kind of like the disciples of Taylor. Like I see similarities in music kind of from Olivia, but this feels very like Phoebe Bridgers inspired more than anything. Well, now that I think about it, I think Olivia's a little more close to like Avril Lavigne probably. What's the closest to Taylor? I mean, Phoebe's lyrics feel like Taylor but darker. Like the detail and the metaphors. I don't know why there's a ton of overlap with like some of these artists, because I'm really getting like Phoebe from Gracie. I'm really getting like Avril from Olivia. Who's the other one I need to still listen to? Macy Peters, I think. I'm still on the hunt to see if there is like something that feels very Taylor inspired, I guess. Also, the vocal tone is just so like Phoebe. This lyric is from Lizzie McAlpine, I think it is, Ceilings. She also reminds me of Phoebe. I really like this like mellow style that's becoming really popular. Folky indie. I'm sure Taylor had a hand in that resurgence because of Folklore and Evermore, but like the mellowness and the vocal delivery, like I think there's definitely some credit to be given to Phoebe as well. I love these drums. Amazing harmonies again in the first verse. The bridge, it sounds like Mad Woman. Like the percussion, very folky, but there's this electronic undertone to it. It's like a really chanty bridge. Really, really mellow. It feels like how I felt when I first listened to Folklore. I was like super excited, and then as the album continued, I was like, I'm so relaxed right now. I had a friend with this name in high school. She was a foreign exchange student from Germany. Wow, this is so like folksy, like Bob Dylan-y guitar. There's a comment underneath this one that says, I don't know why, but I relate this to the other part of myself. A few years back, I fell into writing and I somehow made another persona through it, but now I lost her, I can't write, and if I can, it doesn't have the same atmosphere anymore, something like that. I don't know. Very calming. I don't know if I'm gonna listen to that one again. I don't know. To me, it feels just like vibe music, nothing to like cry over. But so many comments say that they're crying, and I just don't feel sad by it. Oh, I like this one. Wait, this was the lead single. Oh my god, I love this first verse. Oh, this chorus hits. You're kidding. This one makes me want to cry. And it slaps. I love this like break before the bridge. That's the best one. She can pick a lead single. You know, I've roasted Taylor before for picking some questionable lead singles, but man, that is a lead single. Oh my god, it sounds like that one song off of Big Red Machine's album. I'm over the line for the millionth time. That one? Over the rhyme, not line. Another catchy chorus. Doesn't stick out to me as much as Difficult though. Did I say anything about that one? I don't know if I even spoke. It's hard to listen to the entire album at once because it's all very mellow. This one really kind of lacked musical dynamic contrast for me. I don't have many thoughts on that one. I feel like this is another repetitive chorus. Are all of them repetitive? Why do I feel like labels push that kind of idea onto newer artists, make things not so wordy and make them easier to like sing along to, catchier, until you like get a lot of traction going, because like people aren't gonna care about your like all too well 10-minute version until like later. I feel like Taylor could have released the 10-minute version originally, but like now it's just like kind of iconic to do this unedited, unfiltered thing. So yeah, this might be the first love song. It's very like, I'm going down without a fight, I don't know how you do it, what are you doing to me now? He wants to meet her family, stuff she's like not used to. Again, really, really mellow. And this one's like 5 minutes long too, and it doesn't feel like it changes up too much. Very repetitive. This one had a cool melody in the chorus, like it was really, really steady. These are some of the strongest lyrics that I'm seeing, like in the first verse and the second verse. Really detailed imagery that we're getting. The stuff about how she's pretty far from the ocean and never thinking that would hurt. Is she from California? Born and raised in Los Angeles. Pretty far from the ocean, never thought that would hurt. Every lake here is frozen, which is making it worse. This is somebody's hometown, never been here before. I feel like she's like touring or something. Has she opened for other people before? It is so crazy to me when people from like Southern California are like surprised when they leave and they're like sad about it, I guess. Like, I don't know, every time I leave Oklahoma, which is unfortunately where I grew up, I really don't miss it. I don't know. Well, there's nothing to do outside. I mean, you can't really go outside for most of the year because it's so hot. We're landlocked. Sometimes I miss sweet tea. I'm like, this is inconvenient. I can't get it at restaurants. I have to like buy Lipton iced tea. But it's like, these are two completely different. That is so funny to me. Well, I also was going to the beach like every summer, so it's like there's a nostalgia for me with the ocean, and I feel very upset when I leave it because some of my best memories were on the beach in Ukraine where my family is. So yeah, I relate to that. But yeah, there are a lot of other places in the United States that could be your hometown that are much worse than Los Angeles. It really sucks for there not to be like any water anywhere that you can like swim in or look at. It's frozen. It's, yeah, I feel that. It's giving like wanderlust touring as a musician. It has a memorable melody, even though this is also very mellow. The last 3 songs have been just very, very low energy. My number one favorite one is Difficult still. That one's so good. I hope it got like some good radio play because I feel like it would be really good for the radio. It has a nice energy to it that like none of the other songs really have. I wonder if there will be bonus tracks later on. I also did like the opening track Best. That one hit. I think that was the one about self-isolating. And I did like the closer Right Now. I'll have to give this a re-listen because all of it at once just kind of blends together because it's all so low energy and calming. I will be reacting to her other EPs that are from the last like few years, I believe. I would love to know what your favorite song on this album is down in the comments. Please let me know what you thought of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is right here. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, that is right here. I will see you all next week for another video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys.